Decided to come out here and take a look at this place here at Walnut Hill just to see what kind of condition it was in, because a lot of people were saying it was unplayable. And man, I just walked up to the T01 and it's pretty rough. I mean, this stuff here is over my head a good majority of all this. This is all the stuff off to the right side. A lot of people used to kind of try and throw up here. I'd say that's not a good idea anymore. Down here to the sides, stuff's all like waist to chest high, at least a good majority of the tallest stuff. This over here is just a complete jungle. I mean, I thought I played here earlier this year, but I don't remember there being this many trees that were this tall over here to the side. And again, if you look at the weeds here, again for reference here, I'm holding this at face high, and some of these are that tall. What this thing is, it's tree, bush, something or other, but it's really big and gnarly. So yeah, this is one. So this here is from 2's short tee pad. There is a literal wall on this side, especially if you're throwing from the long tee pad. I mean, this that's rough. I mean, the left side, again, this stuff is all chest high for the most part over here. Yeah, this gnarly thing still, and then all the way down here, it's still super, super tall. So holy cow here, this is the long tee on 5. I mean, between the rough back here and all this and this low ceiling here, I mean, you've really got to pretty much hit like right through here. And then this stuff here is all chest high, so the gap is not very big. This here stuff is face high. Now here's some more. Trying to remember what hole this is. I skipped through on a few, but like, yeah, all this middle area, I mean, you used to be able to tell if people were playing out here on other holes because you could see over this stuff. But definitely some of this stuff, especially as you get closer to the middle, is over your head. I mean, the parts that they've mowed, it looks like they've mowed pretty well, but it's not very wide at all. I mean, it's probably the narrowest I've seen it since the course has been here. Okay, this is actually number 9 here. The other thing I've noticed on a couple of them already is that at least where the baskets are right now, there's plenty of spots just in the front. Actually, this is 8, sorry. Plenty of spots where you can be just right behind the basket and be in stuff that's over your head or at your head level and be inside the circle. So like this little bench out here is between hole 10's basket and 11's tee pad. And I mean, if you were out here back on this around here, nobody would know you're back here at all. I mean, just for reference of how high this stuff is, it's carved out just a little bit behind it, but I'm noticing more and more that you could be on quite a few different fairways and have no clue that anybody else is even out here just because it's so tall. The only places you're going to notice anybody is literally unless there's a hole directly in line with you in the same path. Right here, this is 12. The humps here on 12. Looks okay from this angle. We'll just look a couple feet, like right here at the bottom. This is pretty bad. I mean, if you get more than even just a couple feet in, this is pretty bad. There's a lot of vines and stuff in here. Also, just kind of coming up the hill here, a lot of people roll down here. Well, you might only roll so far, but if you throw one long into this, this is only just maybe 25 feet behind the basket. Something else I've kind of noticed is I was kind of coming out here with limited time and realized that there's really nowhere to cut through anymore, like from one area to the other. It used to be you just kind of walk through from one hole to another, not a problem, but the way it is right now, you'd have to walk through like face tall grass or bush like this to get crossed over to another hole. So coming up here on the basket of 17. Well, this stuff over here is normal to be pretty bad on the right and left, but as I'm getting closer and closer to the basket here, I'm realizing there's again a face high barrier of just ridiculously tall and gnarly stuff here. This is inside the circle, I would say, just right behind the basket, maybe at the circle's edge, but man, you sure don't want to be in here.